philosophical guy said that
philosophical
your
guy,
life
yes.
is a prison for your soul.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't it mean that all people who begin suicide or something like that are good people?
Suicide. Yeah, well, no one ever said that people who commit suicide are bad people. But
Oh.
I think I know what you mean. Like,
Yeah, I guess I understand what you mean. So why shouldn't we like just kill ourselves and escape the prison?
Yes.
If Plato is right. So according to him, if I understand his philosophical position right, because I don't remember reading about suicide and Plato, it's like trying to break out of the prison in an illegal way. So it's like when you commit a crime and I put you in a prison, when you try to get out, you still committed the crime, right? So you still have to be in the prison. So actually, I think according to Plato, if you commit suicide, it's like trying to escape the prison for something bad that you did. So you will be put in again if you get caught. And so the gods or whatever will actually take your soul and put it in the prison in another body, according to him, again.
I've got a question.
Yes. But let's let her talk. Yes.
But I think that the reason have to match with your personality, so that the reason and the spirit can be in harmony.
The reason has to match your personality. Can you explain that deeper? In which sense?
I think if the reason don't match with your personality, you can't be happy or live in harmony.
So if you do too much what your reason tells you.
Yes.
Well, actually, we have here a definition problem. So I think what you understand about reason is like thinking rationally, just doing rational things. Well, if you dive deep into Plato's philosophy, I believe this has a room for interpretation, of course, but I believe that that's actually not what he means by reason. Reason is yes, part of reason is that you think logically and all that stuff, but also reason has to acknowledge that you have emotion and that you have desire. So in this case, reason has to take these variables and think, all right, how can I live in harmony with these two? So he may have to let a few things go, right? If you say, I'll do too much sport, you're going to harm your body. So your reason will tell you, no, we only do as much as we can, as much as it's healthy. So we don't go over this line where you just get like a monster. Because again, if we look at the analogy that Plato talks about, become a monster, yes. So reason without spirit and desire can't do anything in the human body. So you need these two to be in harmony. But if your desire is too strong and your reason too weak, what will happen is that you'll always follow your desire into places that you probably shouldn't. So if you commit a crime or if you do something really bad to another human being, you're actually controlled by your desire, not by your reason, according to him. Yes?
There's something, it's a quote, I have no clue from who, but it says that your success,
Your success?
you and your success, no, hold on, your soul and your success go hand in hand, because something about putting the work in and without having the urge to reach what you want to reach, you are soulless.
Oh.
Because it isn't about success, it isn't said as like seen as being rich, being like the cool guy or whoever.
Yes.
You can be successful if you have a family and I don't know, and if you want a family, or you can be single and still be successful because that's your way of seeing success. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. So that's a good point, because we haven't decided what successful is. We haven't defined that.
yeah, well, we have unconsciously.
Yeah, unconsciously, but I mean.
No, I mean like as a lot of people. So if I say think of success, I can tell you 90% of the people I ask will tell you, being rich, having a lot of money,
Yes.
probably finding a boyfriend or girlfriend, then having, I don't know, a husband or having children. And then they tell you something like living in New York City or something. So everyone sees success as money, a family and living somewhere that everyone knows.
Okay.
So that's something unconscious that we have, but for yourself, it can probably think what you see as usual, and that's your way of thinking. But when you grow up and actually reach what you want, you see your success is different from.
Yeah, you get wiser, right?
Yeah.
Interesting enough, because when we talk about it like this, like that you see success as what people tells you to what success is. Just imagine that that's the case. Then, according to Plato, that's actually following your spirit and desire, right? You think about the money and you get excited and you want to reach it, but maybe you should start think by reason. And if we actually think about that more deeply and clearly, we will find something very interesting. Now, this is something from my, this is an example I will bring right now. I was thinking about three days ago. There is no gene in the human body that makes you feel happy when getting good grades.
There's no what?
Gene in your DNA that makes you be excited when you get a good grade at school.
Yeah, because like
Yeah, not in the DNA, not in the DNA. And also there's no DNA that, or gene in your DNA that tells you to be sad and to cry or to feel, you actually feel sad, hormones are being released when you get a bad grade.
Yeah.
So it seems to us that our imagination or our thinking about what is good or bad have a huge influence on our emotion, right? What is with it?
Have you turned it on?
Yes. Can you stop this, please? The idea? So it seems to me at least that our thinking or our reasoning to some degree has influence over our emotions. But what I ask myself is why don't we really have control over it all the time? So yeah.
I have a question
Please.
Out of the theme right now.
Okay.
So, what actually happens when you dream?
Oh, I can
Like,
answer you
what
that.
happens?
What happens when you
Like,
dream?
I think of it like I know that is actually not possible, but I think of it that you like maybe die and then return back to life on the next day.
I mean, like escaping the world you're living in and then coming back. Yeah. So I can tell you what happens when you dream. Basically, it's your brain is built to survive. Okay. So when it has the time to rest, it will either use that time it rests to like try to organize your emotions and what happened throughout the day or throughout the past time. It will try to like declutter all of your thoughts and your emotions to get it in a proper way, so the next day when you wake up you don't have still everything from the past day still in your head. And when that happens and you still keep sleeping, which is pretty hard, but if that really happens, so we say you sleep more than 12 hours, your brain will go in a mode and it will make a simulation.
Yeah, I mean, we're not in psychology right now, right? So, yes.
It will make a simulation of what could happen, so for every single thing that happens in your life, you are prepared.
But actually, we still don't know why we dream. So these, a lot of them are just theories. Yes, you wanted to say something philosophical.
Say something. So if the body is a vessel,
Yes.
our soul contributes our personality. Where would be the purpose in bringing your soul back in a different body to Earth or to anywhere? Because if the personality is in the soul and your soul makes your decisions,
Yes.
wouldn't you do the same thing again?
Wouldn't you do the same thing again? Oh.
And it's your mindset. So being reborn as anything isn't of any purpose.
I mean, I'm not deep into reincarnation. I don't think about this stuff. But if we look at Plato's philosophy, actually, we have to distinguish one thing that is important for this discussion, and it's that you have a free will. So according to him, when your soul is in the body, it's actually being tested all the time. And what you're trying to do is to have the life of a philosopher. That's what he says. The life of a philosopher is the best life. It's when your soul has some certain traits, but you decide if you do them or not. If you do, like bad things, you go down deeper down this rabbit hole. If you do good things, you escape it over time. And in order to understand why we should actually, according to Plato, have a philosophical good life, we need to look at the cave allegory. You know that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know it.
Yes?
It's imagine being locked in a cave.
Imagine being locked in a cave. All right.
Chained to a wall. No, not to a wall. You're chained, completely chained. Chained.
Yes.
Everything. You cannot even turn your head around. Yeah, and behind you have fire that burns, so it draws light to the wall that is right in front of you. And when a person would take a piece of paper and cut out a bird, and then it would put it in front of the fire, it would cast the shadow of the bird on the wall in front of you. So you would think you are seeing a bird. But the problem is it a real bird? Obviously it's not. It's just a piece of paper that looks like a real bird to you because you have never seen something else. So imagine having a lot of people, like thousands of people in that cage, locked in that cage. And thousands of people have the beliefs that this is a tree, this is a bird, this is, I don't know, an insect. Just by the shadows that are casted to the wall. And imagine one escaping and seeing the real world. And when he sees the real things and tries to tell the other people's...
Yeah, let's just not go so far now, right? So you know it. Yeah, that's very good. We have to go this point for point and also for the chat to hear it. I don't know if they can hear it quite properly, but very good that you know this actually. So let me just answer a question. Can you scientifically explain what the soul is? No, we don't even know if it exists. So this is philosophy. It's not a personal opinion that we share. We're just looking at different philosophical perspectives, right? So that everyone can make an opinion upon this. So nothing from what I'm showing here is something that is my belief or something. It's just, these are just philosophical positions that we're looking at. So,
YouTube chat is believing that you're an English teacher.
Really? They're believing that I'm an English teacher. Let me see this real quick. Let me see this, because this sounds interesting. Okay. Okay. What are you trying? Yeah, for the YouTube chat, I actually have an English channel, so you can look at it in the description of this live stream. So what? Yeah. Okay, very good. Thanks very much.
Hold on, I want to draw the grass. There you go.
Red grass. Okay. So if you've lived your entire life in a cave, chained up, looking at a wall, and the only thing you see on this wall are actually shadows from things, right? Because there is a flame in the cave, and when things pass this flame, you see shadows that are casting onto the wall. All right.
Wouldn't you die?
Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, it's just a,
You have unlimited, like,
yes, it's a hypothetical.
Bro, es ist ein Meme, es ist ein Sinnbild, es ist nichts, das tatsächlich passieren könnte, es ist ein scheiß Emblem.
Wait. You're Minecraft in creative mode, okay? You don't need to eat, you don't need to drink, you don't need to...
Yeah, you just, it's just a hypothetical, right? So you see the shadows casting, and you see the shadow of a tree. So you think, when you see this tree and you listen to the voices of the leaves, for example, you think, oh, this is a tree.
You could not call it tree if you're not to know what a tree is, and you would not be able to connect the...
Yeah, but you would...
Yeah, you don't...
You would give it a name. If you would see it frequently, you would start giving it a...
Yes, and everyone sitting next to you would agree with you, yes, this is like, we define this as tree. Okay, and we define the bird as bird and all that stuff. That's what it often action. So how does that happen? Like, what is the problem in this case? The problem in this case is actually that none of the things that you believe to be the real things is actually real. So that's the important point that Plato is trying to make.
Is the actual problem that you're chained to a rock?
Yes.
And you can't eat.
Yes. But this is done to make you feel what? You're chained in order to believe that the shadows of the things are the things in themselves. A better way of putting this in the modern day world is, for me at least, if you put if you put VR glasses on and you live in your entire life in VR glasses and you see, like in Minecraft, let's say we put you in Minecraft and you see, oh, this is a tree. So it's actually a shadow or an abstraction of the real tree that we have in the real world. So when you look at it, you believe that this is actually a tree in Minecraft. But it's wrong because it's not the real tree. And Plato says, well, everything you see in the physical world is nothing else but a shadow of the things that do exist in the real world of ideas. And this world of ideas is where actually, according to Plato again, where our soul is from. So our soul lived in the world of ideas. She saw all these ideas. And that's why we as human beings are able to do imagine so many crazy things like perfect circles or math. You've never seen a perfect circle in your life, but you still understand the concept. You know what a circle is. You know what a number is. And Plato says, this is only possible because we have a soul that saw these things before. And now when you look at a circle in the real world, in the physical world, you just remember the real one. Your soul remembers. So one important point according to in his philosophy is actually that when you see things or when you learn things, you're actually not learning new things. You're remembering things you forgot.
Oh, I have something to say.
Yes.
So, wouldn't you say that in that case, the person that is locked in that cage, or in that, whatever you want to call it, cave, when it escapes, would you say it practically dies because the soul knows the real thing, and when it goes back down, it's back alive, and that's the way
True.
Incarnation works for Plato. You know what
I understand your idea. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know exactly if. So according to him, I don't think you have to be to be dead in order to see truth. But what you can do is, according to him, well, in the cave allegory, is when you go out of the cave and you see the real things. The important point here is that what Plato is saying is the reality is much more beautiful than the shadow. So everything we see as beautiful in this world, according to him, the world of ideas is even much more beautiful. You can't even comprehend it. That's crazy, right? So just to go back to your question, and that is, don't you have to be dead? I think, according to Plato, when you die and you're free, this is when you reach the idea of the good, but you can be a human being and still see truth.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant you said that that Plato thinks that our soul knows the real thing, but we can't really, because it's locked in our body. We can't understand the concept, and we will never be able to see the real world. Let's put it that way. So the second, in that analogy, the
body
person leaves that place.
Yes.
The vessel goes.
So you see the things as they are.
Yeah, and the soul sees the real world, and when it comes back, the vessel comes up again, and therefore you are a person again.
Oh, you're talking about a very interesting thing. Yes.
Someone in the chat asked.
Yes.
Does that imply that you see another way or something? I'm not pretty sure it was further out, and I can't see it anymore because a lot of people wrote hi.
Can you say it again louder, please?
I'm not quite sure what it said because it's fallen by now, but it was something with, so this implies there's another way to see you, like, or something like that.
It implies what?
Another way to see you.
Another way to see things, yes. And that's very good because I want to go, these two things go in each other. So What you have to understand about Plato's philosophy is this. Seeing is not only in the literal sense of viewing things, regarding them. It's in the soul knowing what to do also. So when you're doing a bad thing, let's say you're going to kill a person, okay? And you feel bad, like you don't actually want to do this. This is one way that your soul is seeing the thing, that it's bad, right? So you don't have to view it. And the very important point in his philosophy is the seeing is not only about geometric things, but it's about concepts in themselves, concepts. So the idea would be that you can see the real meaning, so your soul knows the real meaning of justice, or the real meaning of beauty, or the real meaning of anything, right? So what would be, for example, the real meaning of justice in this case, or the real meaning of knowledge? Well, I haven't gone through what Plato's gone through. I'm not out of the cave, let's say, in his philosophy. So I can't answer that quite right, but what I believe what he's saying is that justice in this case, when your soul knows the real reality of justice, is that you always know how to behave just, that you always do just things, that you always know that what this person is doing is good or bad, that what's happening around the world is good or bad, right? Because if we drag the philosophy deep down, well, according to him, I don't understand how these things come into each other. So why should I be good if everybody let's say, if everybody because he believes in reincarnation, right? So he says people are reborn, and therefore if they were bad, let's say they're animals and being slaughtered or something. Okay, so why should I be good in this case if they deserve it, according to him, you know? So I feel there's a few things that contradict each other, but I'm not so deep into his philosophy. I just wanted to show you actually his opinion about the soul, but because you asked so many questions, we went deeper, so we can do that, yes.
But if you think in this way that everyone has a reality which is not real,
yes.
How can he know that his reality is real?
Wow, that's very good. So if everybody is living in a reality that's not real, how can I actually know that I'm
the chosen one?
in the real reality? The problem here is actually that if Plato is right, so let's make some conditionals here. Let's suppose Plato is actually right, and you have this cave, and everybody has his own reality, but there are people that see the real things. If that's right, that would mean that we actually are in this cave right now. And what he says in his cave allegory is this. He says, guys, when the philosopher comes to the normal people like us, and he tries to tell them the reality of the things, they will deny it. And they will fight him. And they will say, are you stupid? So probably according to him, actually, I think, if I take this thought correctly, we can't actually know 100%. But how we can know this is, there is a way, I think, out, which is Socrates, dialectic. Dialectic. So this implies that if you want to find the truth of something, take your belief, right? So you take your belief as a statement, I believe that the soul is real, and then try to see where it leads you and ask questions about your belief that may contradict what you're saying. So, for example, when we said last time that money is equal happiness, that is a belief. Okay, so let's say that we believe, so our reality is money equals happiness. Happiness, right? So this is something that I believe, and I want everybody to know that this is true. Zero. So point, period. Zero is crazy. Zero. Oh, that's, I will do that from today. I think that scissors sort of like a, it's nice.
Say throughout
Bro, stop, bro.
Oh, no joke, no joke.
What should I say?
Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Through the heaven and the earth.
Was the nightingale and
No,
the
no.
lark.
Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Throughout the heaven and the earth, I alone am the
Honored one.
honored one.
No, because you had, if you want to do a video where you want to like talk about Plato and then say how he believes he's the honored one, please say that. Please say that, okay? Please
Okay.
Say that. Believe me.
Okay. Why is bro trying to fly? Like, what the hell?
Ich sammle Schritte.
But can you please stop this because it's irritating? Thank you very much. 0. Okay. What I wanted to say is the way you can find truth is by going deep down dialectic. And what that means is take what you believe. So let's suppose, just assume, we believe money is equal to happiness. And then I ask question, okay, so if you have money but you're not healthy, can you regard yourself as happy?
You're well.
No, so stop. Just for this moment, I don't want to go deep into this discussion.
If you're not healthy, but you
So
have
if you
by yourself,
The healthiness.
if you have a great disease or something and you have a lot of money, you would say, all right, I would rather have less money and better health than otherwise. So
Physical.
yes, in this case, physical. So in this case, just in this case, the statement that you just said contradicts your belief, right? So that means this can't be true. So this is one way of saying, all right, what I believe, my reality, is actually wrong. I have to find a better definition. And the more you do that and go down, according to Socrates and Plato, you will end up in a place through dialectic where you reach the truth about what happiness is, what justice is, what everything is. So this is one way we can do this. Just a moment, yes.
With that picture, like the cave
Yes.
and the chained person. If we assume that there's a person and they join like a cult, doesn't have to be a Catholic, but yeah, and they join this.
They joined this, yes.
Let's assume they knew how the world looked above the cave before.
Mm-hmm.
They enchained themselves,
They enchained themselves into the cave. Okay.
following their own desire,
Mm-hmm.
because they want to be led, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be against the reason?
Against reason? Yes, it would be against reason. If you consciously decide to live in the cave, if you could live outside, it's unreasonable, I think, in Plato's philosophy. Yeah. Yes.
Well, what I wanted to say was, hold up, I have it. Yeah, I got it back.
Okay.
What I wanted to ask is, just because you've seen the real world and it's pretty and beautiful, I don't know what. People used to talk about being alone and that you need another person, you need a company. So what if you are the only one who has seen the real world, as Plato
Yes.
says? He says he's the only one. Doesn't that mean that it makes him lonely? And wouldn't that mean again that he's unhappy? So the real world, and therefore it would be reasonable to get back to the cage.
Okay, first of all, he doesn't say that he's the only one knowing this truth about the cave. And actually, when we talk about that Plato's ideas, he's writing this stuff out of Socrates. So he has dialogues, and in these dialogues, Socrates is a character. So everything we know about Socrates is actually through Plato's writings. First of all, he's not the only one. Second, truth itself is more valuable than anything, according to him. So if you know truth, right? Truth is worth sacrificing everything. It's sacrificing everything. Truth is sacrificing everything, according to him, right? It's sacrificing. You could be tortured, all of that stuff. Everything's done to you is okay or is worth it if you're gonna reach truth through it. For a very simple reason, because if we look at what he's saying is this. So that's why actually Socrates chose to die chose to die over saying that he's wrong or that he's changed his mind. All he had to need in his life was to say, hey, guess what, guys? All right, my philosophy is ass. Let me live, make me rich. All right, it would have happened. But he consciously decided, I would rather die, and he drank the poison by himself. That's actually crazy. He just took a glass of poison, and a cup of poison, and he drank it, and he died instead of escaping, even though his friends told him, even the God told him, hey, you can escape the prison. We make it open. Go out. And he says, guys, are you stupid? I just told you that death is getting free for a philosopher. So,
Then I got a question.
yes.
Because she asked if suicide is a way, if suicide isn't the best way. And you answered and said, yeah, well, suicide is not a good way.
Yes.
To, like, and, well, probably die, because in that case, you're, like, trying to literally like escape the prison because
Yes.
you didn't learn from doing something bad.
Very good
Now,
point.
The second question is, the guy, so did nothing wrong, but saying the truth from his perspective, and therefore he landed in prison. So for him, he didn't land in prison of a bad way, so he could escape the literal prison.
But
he did not. He committed suicide, so he escaped his virtual prison by like contradicting his own thoughts and beliefs.
No, let me tell you why. There is one point that is different in his philosophy, right? So yes, according to him, if you just kill yourself like for no reason, this is unreasonable and you would not do something just. But he does it in the sake of truth. He died because this is the just way. So when his friends ask him, like, why don't you just escape and we make sure that you get out of here? He said, I'm teaching people to behave just and to be free and not to do bad things, unjust things that are against the law, let's say, all right? Even though the law was not just, but he's trying to send a message for the people. Look, guys, I died just to not make an unjust thing. I'm not afraid of what I'm doing, so I will do it. So, because he had the death penalty, right? He had the death penalty. They gave him the poison, but he had the option to escape. But for him, it's okay because he did that in the sake of truth and in order to not do an unjust thing. Because if he, I think for him, if he escaped, he would be showing that he's afraid of death, but he's not. Because actually what he wants to escape. And that's why he did it, yes.
But he did believe that the truth is that like, when he went to people and took like justice or whatever, like you know what I mean?
Can you explain it again?
If he went to like, or was it Socrates?
Socrates, yes.
So if he went to like a judge and he had been a judge for his whole life and he had studied it and etc. And then he went to them and asked what is justice.
Yes.
They were like blah blah da da. And then he was like, but that's not right, like you get what I mean?
Yes.
That, like, a few weeks ago.
A bit of.
So that was the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got
Killed.
like the death penalty.
Yes, he got actually the death penalty because the accusation was, the accusation that they told him is, you are corrupting the youth of Athens.
He was believing that it is the truth. And
Yes.
so in his opinion, it must have been unjust that he got the death penalty.
Yes, it wasn't just.
Just telling the truth.
Yes, it wasn't just.
So why did he commit suicide?
Yeah,
If he was telling the truth?
because most of the people, if he ran away, they would say, "Oh, look at him, he's running away." So now we're just trying.
Yeah, because he's doing this for a higher sake. He's not afraid of death. If you would escape and for him, of course, I mean, I wouldn't have done that probably. I wouldn't just like drank a cup of wouldn't have just drank a cup of poison. But if you think about it, probably he actually reached his goal because this made him famous for 2,000 years, right? Spreading his philosophy, his idea of truth up until this day. I get the point because I asked that myself, but he had the idea that, you know, he wanted also people to not try to escape. Okay, I'll try to find a way to explain how Socrates would have thought. So, the action by itself is unjust, but it would be more unjust, or the consequences of him escaping would... Wait, I'll do that. Yes, I'm not a bot, bro. Why do I have to drag a puzzle? Like, what the hell is this, bro? Thanks very much.
It's because they think you're a robot.
Yeah, but no, Socrates' idea is very simple. He believes that, okay, if it's unjust that I'm getting killed, but it would be the consequences of him escaping the prison would lead to more injustice. Because people who are not very reasonable and who are not as strong as Socrates would say, oh, look, so Socrates escaped the prison and Socrates did the opposite of what the law said, so I'll do that too. And they'll use that as an argument to commit crimes in the name of Socrates, which would be more unjust than him accepting for himself the death penalty. And he's saying, all right, I'm in either way not afraid of dying. I'll just drink that cup. Who cares, right? I'll be free from now.
It's not that deep.
Yes, it's not that deep, bro. I'm dead in 10 minutes, so what's the problem? I'm going to be free. I'm going to be with the gods and all that stuff. He actually believed that he was sent by God, so...
Don't forget, throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one. Say it.
Through the heaven and the... Throughout the heavens and the earths, I'm alone, am the honored one.
Yes.
Why should I say that? What the heck?
Just believe me, and when you want to do a video like that and cut it, just put it in.
Okay.
Believe me.
So did he believe he was sent by the gods, like, specially, or did he believe he was just serving a higher purpose made by anything?
Oh, I'm not quite sure, but from what I've read in the Plato's dialogues, it seems to me that he actually believed he was sent by the gods.
Like, that sounds a little narcissistic.
Yeah, could be.
That sounds what?
But the problem is with Plato's dialogues, I don't always know how to interpret the way they're talking, because often Plato puts it in a way of humor and comedy. So you
don't know.
And it's 2,000 years old, translated. And you look at this and you say, all right, is this insulting or are they just joking? Like, so I don't quite know, but he argues this, that the gods will like him because of what he's doing. So he's connected to them in a way. That's what he believed, I guess. So yeah, we were talking about Plato and that Socrates actually took the cup and died. He literally chose death, chose truth, death over illusion. I mean, no normal human probably would do that. If I hold a gun up on your head and say, 2 + 2 = 5, you probably would say 2 + 2 = 5. Anything else would be unreasonable. But
if he believed he was sent by the gods and the gods made him do that, wouldn't he be happy to go back to the gods because they wanted him to do that?
yes, that's a reason why he drank it also. So what they are saying is this. So the body is not what's important. So people focus a lot of...
What is this? What is this, bro?
Bro, leave me alone, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Bro, leave me alone, bro. Why are people laughing at me?
He has a club foot, and then
So, all right, so the way he looks at the body in a modern sense is this. Imagine that you're playing a video game and you have a character, like in Minecraft, and someone comes with a sword and hits you in the game and in Minecraft and kills you in Minecraft.
That sounds a little sadistic.
No, everybody who plays Minecraft does that. Like, I mean, it's a video game, so, or if you're playing any video game and you kill someone or something like that in the video game, nobody cares. Why? Because you're not dead, you're still alive, and he views the body in the same way. He says, all right, like in the modern sense, the body is like a character in a video game, it's just virtual. All right? And the real thing that nobody can, no one can hurt actually, but yourself, is the soul. Right? So even if someone took you, cut your hands off, your feet, it's okay, guys, it's okay. It's a little bit painful, but it's fine. Because nobody can touch your soul.
Wouldn't it be better if they directly cut your head off?
Bro, what the fuck? Where are you going?
You would have way less pain, and like for example,
Bro,
somebody
what?
wants to kill you.
In torture, it's not about giving the person as less, like the little pain that wouldn't hurt.
That's crazy, yes.
But
It's
if
about
you
giving a person as much pain that they talk.
Yeah, someone asked in the chat, what's the point? The point I'm trying to make is to explain what Plato believed about, why Plato believed that truth is more valuable than anything.
Someone wrote, Jesus died for you. Jesus doesn't exist.
So the historical Jesus does actually exist, but we're not going into religious discussions because I don't like to talk about religion. Yeah, but just don't talk. Just yes. So just all right. So why is someone writing Schuhgröße 72? Shoe size 72. All right. Yeah. The point, brother, I was trying to make is that Plato believed truth is more valuable than anything.
Agent Gulasch ist beigetreten.
And you.
We're like 18.
But one thing I'm confused about Socrates and Plato's philosophy is actually, how are you supposed to fight evil if you're not allowed to commit evil? You're not allowed to do an unjustified thing or something. You're not allowed to act unjustly in order to reach a just goal.
Wouldn't you like? But wouldn't it be better if you just act? Wouldn't it be better if you act unjust for a just thing than not do anything? Like for example, if if some random guy would now like I don't know like somebody goes into the door and kills somebody in this room now.
Yes.
Then you could do.
Or I just throw my backpack here and it explodes. Okay. Yes.
Why should the backpack explode?
Whatever.
Because
For example,
okay.
somebody gets
No, stop this.
I don't know.
No. Just a joke, guys. Yes.
I don't know. Somebody gets killed. Then you could do unjust and kill that person.
Oh yes.
Do just to
Oh.
get revenge
Oh.
for that person.
Oh,
I
such.
have to say.
Yes.
So, in what kind of way do you justify revenge in that? Because imagine someone walks in, as you said, and kills somebody in this room. Okay, so someone walks in, kills somebody in this room. So you, as the best friend from the person who is dead right now, try to seek vengeance, or how you call it, revenge.
Revenge.
So yeah, revenge. So what you do is you will search for the guy.
Please solve
for the
questions
killer and
on
then kill him. But his
dimensional
best friend
analysis.
saw
Oh
you
hell
killing
no.
him. So he would search for you, kill him, and the cycle will go on and go on and go on. And the justice isn't really just anymore because it will lead over generations of people who actually did nothing. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's not what he's talking about. So yeah. Let's. This is now. Yeah. Yes, please.
If you believe in revenge and you believe in there's a higher purpose in life and you believe if you have bad souls and you're going to be reborn or something,
Mm-hmm.
don't you then wait until the person dies and don't kill them?
Yeah, I don't get it also. I don't get it also. So if you believe like that the person that, let's say I believe that you're going to hell because you've killed a person.
Have fun and live
And you're gonna stay there for eternity. So just mathematically described, isn't it like,
Mathematically.
yes, shouldn't I ignore you like until you die? Because you're going there anyways? Yeah.
He's misbehaving.
Shouldn't I do that? No, I understand the point, yes,
It would
but
be unjust if you. No, I mean, like if.
that's difficult. It's
Like-
difficult.
But like, if you would just leave me in this room, lock me in for eternity without food, then I would actually die.
Really?
Oh,
That
really?
comes quite.
That's surprising.
But then you left the person there to
But-
die.
Like, yeah, then
That's unterlassene Hilfeleistung.
after playing
Yes, this is my English account.
philosophy, you would get reborn. So you, as the person who locked me in here,
I don't know if I will get reborn.
but like if you
It depends on the philosophical positions that you're looking at. That's the whole idea.
but like we say like you get reborn,
Yes.
then you would
We assume that I get reborn.
yeah,
Then
we
it
assume
follows.
that you get reborn.
Yes.
And wouldn't it that then mean that you would get reborn as something bad, like as a I don't know, like some
Spider.
like a spider or a rat or
It's bad.
No, anything under humans would be regarded as bad.
Well, like it's are better than
Yes, because they have reason.
no.
And in Plato's philosophy, not in my opinion, but of course, in my opinion, I'm a human, so I believe humans are better. Yes.
To be honest, I like spiders more than humans.
Yeah, me too.
Spiders
No.
are better than
I'm
humans.
scared of spiders.
What do you mean? You like a spider more than you like me? What the fuck is this?
I'm
Yeah,
not scared.
people always say that because humans use weapons and humans, I don't know, fight each other and all that, but don't forget nature.
Don't you know that spiders' mothers eat their children?
And they act and
Yeah.
they eat them
Like,
and
but
Yeah,
like,
and their
for
children.
example,
From the animals.
Make it better.
No, look.
So humans will kill your children sometimes.
Yes, but sometimes.
But sometimes.
But
they
like
do it.
crabs, they snack their children. So actually, we as humans are, with all what's happening around the world, still, compared to other animals, the moral ones, I believe. With one difference, we have more power.
Yeah, that's
So the little bit of unmorality that we have gives this great effect, right? And because we have reason and we actually should have morals, we have a higher responsibility, philosophically. Like, also depends. If you're like on Nietzsche, you can do whatever, you know. If you're strong enough, just go around and kill children. Like, no one can do you anything, right?
Dude,
Bro, what's bro doing? Oh no, he died. So yeah, but I wouldn't generalize this onto all humanity. Even though when I see what's happening, a lot of times it's actually bad, right? So wars and all that stuff. But we can't say like spiders are better than all humans.
no,
There are spiders that say morally, in your world of view, are better than some humans. But we can't generalize this over all people.
But like, so back to the example, like you get a gun held at your head for something different. I would honestly rather die than a third world war getting like
Started. Yes.
That's dying for a higher purpose.
Yes, that's a dying for a higher purpose.
Yeah.
What you're saying in this case.
That's literally what
That's what
Plato
Socrates
did in his opinion.
Yes, that's what Socrates actually was doing. He for himself was. But the thing about Socrates that you have to understand how crazy that is. So Socrates was basically a rage baiter. He was the definition of rage bait.
I can show you.
What's rage bait? So rage bait is when you ask the most as obvious questions, like,
Are you wearing black? Are you wearing black? Yes. Nah, that's not black. That's dark blue. That's obviously dark blue. So that's
no, but he would do that on real things.
Yeah, okay.
So he wouldn't do that like just to piss off people. He had points. It made sense. right? What he was saying. All right, like he's going to judge. Are you just? Like, as a judge, do you know what justice is? Well, duh. I've studied that 40 years of my life. But then he would say, all right, then explain to me what justice is. And he has no idea. So he would go deep in this discussion and make the people like, unhappy and hurt their ego. So basically he died because he hurt the egos of the people. Yes. That's crazy. So the other philosophical position, if we assume that we don't have a soul, in this case, and that nothing, let's say, comes after death, or that the body is the only thing you have, then there are other philosophies that comes out that you might want to live with. So one of them could be like, the only thing you should care about in your life is, let's say, your body, or it shouldn't be so important for you what the real truth is, the thing that you want, because if you die, you're not gonna know it either. so it's better to live in an illusion than die and never know truth anyways. So these are two philosophical positions, and both of them, right? Let's put it that way. So here we have a position of we have a soul, and here we have a position of no soul. And because of this difference, you get different ways of lives, right? Different ways of philosophies about morality. And you could get that here too, and every branch could lead you to another philosophy. By the way, a lot of religions are influenced by Plato's ideas, actually. Like, if I'm not mistaken, even in Christianity is the idea of the soul of Plato plays a role. So.
And a lot of religions are also like made of the same material that books are made. How to attract people's attention and how to make them want to.
Yeah, I believe like in the traditional sense, religion is trying to give you a blueprint on how you should live your life.
Well, that is like if you have.
But what I look at about this is, so personally, we're not going into a religion, so we're not talking about specific religion. We're talking in general about, let's say, God. So personally, I believe in a creator, but when people try to tell you, you have to do this, 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 and this in order for him to be happy, or when people tell you, this is how God is, and you have to believe me, I honestly think about it like 200 people are watching on TikTok and about 350 on YouTube.
That was a sudden topic switch.
Huh?
That was a sudden.
No, it's not.
I know.
Every single one of them is seeing me right now, and every one of them has a different opinion on me, on what I am, of what I am, even though they're watching me at the same time. Because someone was focused on what I was talking about Plato, the other focused when I talked about other points, Nietzsche or something. So every one of them gets another opinion, and now let's imagine they start fighting each other who's right, even though all of them might be right in this case, right? Because it might be perception. So I find it sometimes difficult to think about this. But we finished today. I was hoping to go more into Nietzsche, but we got stuck onto Plato. We can do that next time, because you ask a lot of questions, which I like, and we go deep into discussions, and that's what we want. So we shouldn't, in the general case, in this case, generally we don't care about how long we talk about one question, because this is not regular lessons where you have to write a test. This is just a place where everyone can say, all right, you know, in the real world, when we discuss with people, they say, all right, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Or in class, yeah, but we have to keep going. So this is a place where we can go through every single thing, like as deep as we like it. So yeah, I'm happy that you, yes, you can talk about your ideas, what you think. And again, don't ever view me in this class as someone who teaches you, only presenting you philosophical views, not views that I believe. If I believe them, I will tell you, in my opinion, I believe that. But otherwise, it's just philosophical positions that I know about, that I looked up, and you should, and we actually, with me also, are supposed to make our opinions. So even though you might be 5th grade and I'm out of school right now, my opinion might be wrong and you may change my mind, right? So yeah, I'm happy that you are here today, and hope we see you next week.
Literally no one packing up just
So all right, guys, we keep going until like, yeah, I mean, if you want, you can go. If you want, we could keep talking. I have. It's not a problem for me. Huh?
I've got a dentist appointment.
A dentist. I heard a disappointment. No, you meant a dentist appointment. Yeah, and on YouTube, I have an English channel. Please follow that. It's in the description of this video on this live stream, right? Please follow that so I can go live there. And yeah, so. Actually, this is now, I have another account, so this is the English account. By the way, chat, thank you so much for your incredible support. Like, I uploaded 4 videos and we have 16,000 followers. You're crazy. So let me see what the people are talking about.
That's not good for today.
Whoa, one is a break. Huh? There's no.
Only 14,000 likes. That's not.
That's normal.
Yeah, sorry.
That's another account, bro. That's another account. This is philosophy. And why is everyone talking German? Always the same question. What's the topic? We talked about Plato today.
Emir, how many likes?
14,000.
14,000.
14? He said 14.
Yes, 14. Marcel, thanks for 2 roses. I wish my crush would send me roses too on Valentine's Day. On Valentine, but Valentine, but it doesn't. What do you think about determinism? I don't believe in determinism. Based on quantum mechanics. Bye. See you next week, hopefully.
See you on Monday.
Monday. Yes, on Monday. See you on Monday. All right, guys. So I don't actually believe in determinism, but yeah. So thank you for being here, and we see you next. I'll see you again. I'll see you again in the next few days. Today's I will upload a video today, guys. I'll upload a video today about physics. So stay tuned.